February the 3rd, 2017. Guys, you're looking at the RSOE EDIS map, and it's linked on our website. In the center column, just go down and you'll see RSOE, just like it is right there, guys. And it gives you a map of different things that's going on around the planet: earthquakes, hazards, storms, airplane crashes, just about anything that can be updated. And we're looking at Manhattan, the New York, Brooklyn area here. And what you're seeing, let me pull this up, guys. I know it's a little hard to see. There are birds, these bird indicators. And usually what that means is an epidemic of bird flu, different strains of the HN virus. And we're going to take a look at it. Now, this started around December 16th. And then by the 26th and into the 27th, all four of these had lit up. Now, just bear with me here. The description here, December 16th, and what you would do, guys, you click on the incident, and it says location Manhattan, Brooklyn, Staten Island, state of New York. Then you can click for more details. Now, what I do is just come up to the description, click on that, and this is going to say, you can see your timestamp, but a rare strain of bird flu has affected at least 45 cats in a Manhattan animal shelter. Now, these cats are brought in and then adopted out, and they transfer from shelter to shelter. But what's happened is this strain of flu has mutated. And in China, guys, it has mutated into a strain that can get in humans, and they've had some of their first human deaths. Now, this is this particular strain. We'll take a look at it. It says a rare strain of bird flu has affected 45 cats. So the virus is thought to pose a low risk to human beings, but health officials are concerned that it could have affected additional cats and have already been adopted from the Animal Care Center's Manhattan shelter. Although the strain of the avian flu has only resulted in mild to moderate illness in some cats, it says we've begun to test the staff and people in close contact. Guys, you can pause any of this and read it, or go there, and it's got the numbers to call if you're in that area. But this particular strain, if you notice, is H7N2. Now, let's go back. Guys, it's a good study to go through each one of these because they talk about slightly different things. Here we're going up to December 26th in the red section, the red marker. Again, more details. Again, there's certain things on the first page that generalize it and give you an idea, but there's all of them say determined to have occurred or be ongoing. Click your description, and this again is the same animal shelter. It's continued. This came out on the 22nd. They're talking about HN72, the virus. It has only affected a few people. Right there, see that, guys? They didn't think it was affected. Now, no one in this area has died from it, but this thing is mutating very fast, and this says this new pandemics of influenza come with a new strain when a new strain emerges from the mixing process called reassortment. Especially worrying is when a strain that easily affects people picks up bits and pieces from animal strains, creating an easily transmitted flu strain that could also be deadly. That doesn't appear to have happened with H7N2 among the cats. But remember, they're saying that they quickly mutate, and this reassortment. And guys, in the end times, with the population that we're seeing across the nation, the migration and the air traffic from nation to nation, these things could spread very quickly. It says pigs commonly catch both flu from people and transmit it. The ongoing occasional human causes of H5N1, bird flu, and H7N2 are traced to poultry markets. Now, guys, if it was just these four locations in this one area, I wouldn't be that concerned. But this is a heavily traveled area. A lot of people come in from airports from around the world into this area. Here's why I'm doing the video. Let's back this thing out. These are the only cases being reported thus far this winter in the United States. Let's look at Europe, the Middle East, China. Guys, it's spreading so fast, it's becoming a pandemic. Check this out. From Ireland through the UK, Spain, all through all the countries in Europe. Let me pull it back further. Coming down through the Middle East, all the way into India, guys, all along the Himalayas, up north of there, into Russia, all through China. And China, guys, is where the deaths have already been reported. So is it migrating depends on migration, possibly the amount of mutation or regeneration that this thing is doing. But look at the map. Case after case, and some of these are double stacked. They're all called biological hazards, and I have read through a lot of them, and if you want to go through it, but again, I'm just highlighting. Some were killing ducks in China. A lot of poultry farms and things like this, all through these areas, guys, have been culled out and killed and burned more than likely. Now, again, Ireland, United Kingdom, Germany, Poland, Denmark, all the way into the Ukraine, Bulgaria, all through Iraq, Iran. Think about that. Here we have in Syria, going up into Russia, Ukraine, and it just gets worse. The further east that you go and start looking into the China, let me back this map out. Look into the China area, guys, here, and you'll see the concentration of this. Now, someone that's more of an epidemic specialist than I am needs to come here and take a look at this. Look at the rates, look at some of the dates and times of this, and we'll click on one here, for example. I noticed in some of them it was getting into the black swan population and wiping those out again, the ducks. This is Hong Kong, December 14th, but there's some that are new into like January on the map that I went through. Look at the description here. This is Macau. It has banned the sale of live chickens for the next 3 days. That's then. They were prepared to cull 10,000 birds from a wholesale market area. This is 8/7/9. Now, you can read all of this. It goes through different areas. I'm going to check a couple more out. Now, if you come here and do some investigation into this map, guys, you're going to see probably a dozen different strains. I didn't count the absolute numbers, but it seems the further east that we go, the more deadly it's become. And notice, and I'll go back to that, but it's left the mainland. This was back December 27th. We'll come in here. I think this is the Hunan province in China. Chinese woman farmer died after contacting H5N6. Again, it's in central Chinese, the Hunan province. Said health authorities said today 47-year-old Lu, a farmer from Xianyang City, was admitted to a local hospital last Friday when her health condition became critical, but she died yesterday. Says that she had contact with dead poultry before she fell ill. No human-to-human transmission has been reported yet. Experts from the CDC warn people who have had contact with live poultry to stay alert and for others to stay away from poultry and excrement. This is coming from the state-run Xinhua News Agency reported. Guys, there's a mass amount of death going on. Not only, again, it's affecting cats, pigs, black swans, humans now, but it would be interesting I know someone in this audience knows more about these pandemic strain flus than I do. And that's the reason I want to put this up there and encourage someone to come in and do it. Let us know if you compile something that would be more informative than just this, and I'll promote it and link it on our channel. Guys, and if you pull this map in, you can see it's already heavily into North Korea and the South Korean peninsula, over into Japan, and quickly moving up towards what we would call the Kamchatka, Russia area. But I don't know if there's many poultry farms. It's pretty isolated there. But it seems to be a migration east, and it seems the further east, it's almost like the virus has more time to regenerate itself into newer forms. But again, guys, someone take a look at it, do a video about this. And one other thing, you notice the radiation symbol here in Japan? That's the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear plant. They have discovered some fuel rods and melted fuel in one of the buildings that they were tearing apart, and it was I think, about 400 times the limit that would kill you within about 5 minutes, and they're trying to contain that. They're still leaking. And guys, it's been leaking all these years, and this last report coming out of E&E about the West Coast fisheries is shocking, because we thought it was bad last year. The new reports are even more devastating. It's really gotten bad. High levels of radiation being detected off the west coast of the United States. I'm hopeful that our new president will have time to take a look at this, because it will destroy the entire Pacific Ocean, which is a third of the oceans of this planet. But I'll do that in the next video, guys. We'll update the Fukushima situation. This is a heads up. Be safe.